All right. Good morning, Falcons and guests. Falcons, thank you for braving the rain this morning. I appreciate it. I know it wasn't ideal, but I think it's worthwhile for us all to be here together this morning. Let me remind you of the expectations for an assembly. If you're an audience member and you're a Falcon, you are to be silent. You may applaud when appropriate, but not overdo it. Okay? All right, so to begin today, I'm just going to run through because I know that the students have not seen our program, but I'm going to tell you what you can expect, all right? We're going to have the presentation of the colors by the Fitch NJROTC. We'll have the national anthem played. Then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. The band will go off. And I will introduce the veterans and the military service members. Ms. Austin may speak. We'll have the chorus and orchestra come on, and they will perform. And then we'll have our guest speaker speak, whom I'll introduce in a moment. I'll have a few more remarks, and then we'll close with a piece by the orchestra. All right? So during the presentation of the colors, the playing of the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance, we will be standing and silent, and then for the pledge, we will all participate in the pledge. All right? So at this time, please rise silently for the presentation of the colors. Shh. Shh. Silence, Falcons. And now for the national anthem. The band will play the national anthem. In a moment, we will say the pledge. After the pledge, I'd like you to remain standing and stay standing until I have you seated as the colors are dismissed. All right? So now let's have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing and silent as the colors are dismissed. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, the band will exit the stage. Thank you for your patience. We'll get started in just a moment, as soon as the band is seated. Could we bring the house lights up, please, for the introduction of our veterans? Thank you. All right, this morning we're gathered to recognize why we have tomorrow off. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, a very important day in our country and particularly for our state and region. And we've invited veterans who are connected to Groton Middle School and active duty service members to be here this morning as part of our assembly, part of our annual ceremony. And when I call your name, please rise, and when I'm done calling, if there are any other veterans who did not make my list who are present, I'll ask for you to stand as well and be recognized. So if you are able, when I call your name, please do stand. And we'll do this by branch of service. Representing the Air Force, Cher Arroyo. For the Army, I think, so applause is fantastic. I think what we'll do is and that was fine, we will have all the members from a particular branch presented, and then we will applaud. So I will let you know. We're going to have Army next, and I will let you know when the Army is done with applause, okay? All right, representing the Army, we have Ralph Batty, Andrew Chavez, Gregory J. Edwards, Gregory J. Edwards Sr., Mr. Calvin Hill, Edward Shaw, representing the Army. Please give them a round of applause. Outstanding. Representing the Marine Corps, we have Mr. Evan Rubin and Jose Traverso. Thank you, Marine Corps. And now we have a very long list, as you might imagine, as we are home to the UA Sub-Base New London here in Groton. We have a long list of Navy active duty service members and veterans, so stay by. Representing the U.S. Navy, Ryan Boykin, Audrey Wheeler, Jonathan Butler, John Similik Jr., Brian R. Chapman, Joshua Dubbs, Daniel Edwards, Michael Franco, Jeffrey Golden, David Griffenberg, Jay Hall, Sherman Harris, Daryl Herschel, John Kafka, Corbin McKinsey, Jorge Menendez, Nathan Watson, Brian Salvani, Kara Ritson, Joey Schick, Aaron Sonseller, Robert Fiore, Thomas Tatum, Nick Turner, Retriero Connor, Lazia Connor, A.J. Woodworth, Martin Gashesky, Jr., Matthew Robinson, as well as Mr. Stephen Thompson and Miss Ruth Metziaskis. Thank you, U.S. Navy active duty service members and veterans. And if there are any other veterans who I did not call, please rise at this time. Other veterans who may not have been called, please rise. Or active duty service member, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. We appreciate you being here today. All right. At this time, I would like to welcome the chorus and the orchestra, so please stand by as the chorus and the orchestra get ready to enter our stage. right, thank you for your patience. Hey, let's give the band for the national anthem, our chorus, orchestra, a huge round of applause. Did an awesome job. Truly outstanding. Really appreciate the work of Miss Gray, Miss Morris, Miss Seeley, Mr. Bernstein to be with us today, and their work and facilitation. So this is the time, again, to be silent. Thank you for ending applause. Thank you, Falcons. All right, so we have a guest speaker here this morning, MC2 Lucas J. Hastings. He's Public Affairs Unit from Naval Submarine Base, London. MC2 Lucas J. Hastings, Public Affairs Representative for Naval Submarine Base New London in Groton, Connecticut, a native of Delmar, Maryland. After attending high school in Philadelphia, enlisted in the Navy in 2021, serving as a mass communication specialist. He attended A School job training at the Defense Information School in Fort Meade, Maryland. His duty includes service aboard. That's awfully dark here. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Now, thank God for a little technology. My eyes aren't as good as once were. His duty includes service aboard class aircraft carrier USS George Washington, CVN-23, from August 22 through August 25, playing a part in George Washington's journey from Virginia to Japan. MC2 joined Navy New London team in August 2025, currently assigned as a photographer for Subbase New London. All right, let's give a round of applause and welcome MC Hastings.
All right, good morning, everybody. I am, as introduced, MC2 Hastings, and today, first off, I just want to say how grateful I am to have the opportunity to speak here in front of you all. It's a very great opportunity to be able to speak not just about today's Navy, but the service that many veterans and people in our country have given to protecting us here. I'm here today representing active duty Navy, not just at Subbase New London, but all across the globe, from Japan to Germany to right here in Groton, Connecticut. A little introduction real quick into what I do for the Navy. I'm a mass communication specialist, and we deal with public affairs. My primary love for the job, as you guys, I brought some slides today, is doing photography. I'm able to go and capture what happens in the Navy, telling stories of the sailors, the people, and the events that happen on the day-to-day basis. So in the slides, I hope y'all are able to enjoy, are many photos that I have taken, but along with this from veterans of people who served before me, who did my job before. So a little dive into the modern Navy. The modern Navy would not be what it is today without veterans who previously served. They are the ones who set traditions, set the marks, and truly instill what it means to be a Navy sailor. The Navy operates in three main areas: on sea with ships from aircraft carriers to destroyers, in the air with jets and helicopters, and as most of y'all are probably the most familiar with, underneath the oceans that cover 70% of the globe in submarines, which I give all credit to anybody who wants to serve on a submarine. As someone who served above the water, y'all are a lot braver than I was ever. So why is it important to have the Navy today? Well, not only is 70% of the world covered in water, but along with that, 80% of the globe and population of Earth lives near the oceans. And it's critical to be able to have defense and be able to protect and be able to volunteer to help them in case of emergency. Along with that is we play a key factor in supporting trade and cargo ships and any sort of transportation around the world, as nearly 90% of trade and shipping happens on the seas. And then I think that most of you, at least students here today, will enjoy is we help also protect us, our Wi-Fi, our internet, so you can scroll through Instagram, go on your TikTok, whatever it may be, as 95% of international cable that feed our internet and our Wi-Fi all are underwater cable that the U.S. is protecting every day. Now, with hundreds of ships and subs, over thousands of aircraft deployed and serving across the globe to make sure that we have a partnership and an alliance around the world to keep freedom, to keep free trade and travel. Alongside that, and alongside all of the military aspects that you see in the news, we are a volunteer force. And volunteer force is more than just your line to protect the people here in the U.S. It is also protecting those overseas. We have construction men or CVs who go around South America, Africa, other places in need, building homes, building schools, and being able to create clean water for the people to drink. And all of that really shows how much that military overall is just volunteering yourself to protect and help. And whether that is helping for storms, hurricanes, all of it was set up and are here to honor tomorrow, but not just tomorrow, to honor every day we have the chance. Today wouldn't be possible without them stepping first and volunteering. Volunteering their life, volunteering for a cause, whatever it may have been, they volunteered to be able to protect us here today. Whether that was in World War II, Vietnam, Korea, or any other time where we were in a chance to lose our freedom. They volunteered to protect and to serve and to make sure that we are able to come here and at school, get the education we want, live with our family, play soccer, play sports, whatever it may have been. They started of the traditions that we have today in today's military. They started them, they exceeded them, they made sure that the way things were continued, and that we were continue to carry on the mission from every day, day to day. They volunteered to keep us safe. They're the ones who are still here today to be able to tell their stories of their service. And many of them had to see friends and family even who didn't get to be here today, who stood alongside them. They volunteered to protect those of us here at home. Whether it was sailors, soldiers, airmen, Marines, and even Coast Guard, they made sure to put on a uniform to volunteer. They were ready and knew the challenges that went into this, with the ultimate having the chance to pay the ultimate sacrifice, but were still willing and ready to protect their family. No matter who you were, where you came from, what you looked like, what you believed in, they volunteered to protect you. And it is something that I myself am extremely grateful for and honored to have the chance of one day be able to share the same title of being a veteran. So with that, first, I want to say once again to all the veterans in the room who truly embody the spirit to be sailor, soldier, Marine, Coast Guardsman, airman, and even guardian for the Space Force, thank you. You truly mean the world to everybody in the country. And so with that, I will give one final thank you to you here at Groton Middle School. Thank you for letting me speak here today, and thank you to the veterans.
Thank you, MC2 Hastings, for those inspiring words. I have a few things to share with you today. I mentioned when we started this ceremony that we have tomorrow off. And, you know, that's not something we take lightly here in Groton. If you have friends who go to other schools in the region that are outside of Groton, most likely they're going to be in school tomorrow. And they will be doing things to recognize Veterans Day. But in this community, it is our tradition to have the day off and recognize it before. As you know, many of you personally are part of military families. You may have someone from your house or someone from a relative who works at EB, Electro. Groton is the southern capital of the world. And it takes a community in this region to pull in the same direction for such a mighty task, an important task as that, which is keeping our seas safe, keeping our nation protected, continuing to allow us to have freedoms and liberties that we enjoy every day. And sometimes, and I'm guilty of this as well, we forget how fortunate we are to have the freedoms and the liberties we do in the United States of America. Here's the thing I'd like to leave with today. As M2 Hastings mentioned, there are many veterans who came before. And many of you, personally, a veteran, and all of you are in the presence of veterans today. So what I want to leave you with is how important it is to say thank you, to show your gratitude for our active duty service members and our veterans, because their job, their mission was and is and will be so important to all of us. So at this time, I would like us to give a huge round of applause and say thank you to our veterans. And I'll just add that while we focus on this at this time of year, it's good to thank a veteran whenever you see one, right? It could be any time of year. So it doesn't have just to be the week of Veterans Day. All right, we are going to close out with the adjournment. We will adjourn, and you're going to look to your teachers, but the orchestra will play the march for Song Superhero. One last list of thanks. Thank you to all our teachers. Thank you to Mark Russell and Andy Kidd, our video and stage crew, as well as, once again, MC2 Hastings and all of our veterans. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your service. And now if we could bring up a slide, please, so teachers can escort students out through the main entrance of Fitch. Nice job, Falcons. Soar, Falcons, soar.